live. Come on, Jack. Come up. What's going on? There it is. Good morning, Nick. You're the first one in. Look at that big star you got there. Cool. Morning, Nick. I did sleep well, Tara. Thank you. I hope you did too. Bye, Rick. How about fat boy? Hey, fat boy. Good morning. There's Sandra. Oh, wow. What happened? Apparently, I turned my cat blocks back on again. Steve. Good morning, Steve. I think it's the notifications went out. Like a lot of people jumped in there. I'm going to have to suffer my way through this pie. Good morning, Brad. I'm going to eat the crust too. It's got soft. This pie was froze. William thawed them yesterday. Look at that graham cracker crust all in the pie. Eating already, Rick? Look at that, I just do. Camera gets moved a lot. This is that $1 million pie. It's just a baby $1 million pie. I'll switch to some protein here in a little while, which equals Slim Jims. Wow, I would have took that. I hear you. You can have this bite. Oh my God. That stuff is good, y'all. What was this coffee? French vanilla. No. French, what's the French stuff you put in coffee? I can't remember the name of it. Maybe it is French vanilla. Well, there's 2 different kinds at the store. I used the French one, squirted about 4 squirts. Can't put the pie down. Oh, it's got pineapple in that one. Everybody get notifications, or did you just look? If you just know it. Because I ain't sure the notifications went out. Cappuccino, mocha, I don't know. If you're on a diet, Rick's chat is not the place to be. Yeah, that won't work. Rick, I'm mad. It's to 967, Rick. Must be your subs. Good morning, Grant. We're just having pie this morning, Grant. Yep, 967. And why in the world YouTube has unsubscribed me from you? I don't even believe that. That makes me so mad. Okay, there I go again. Why did they do that? You'll see it in your notification, Brian. For you to be mad, they must be going down, not up. Oh my God. Grant got notified. Notification after mating. After mating. You know how to ring my bell, Rick? I did ring your bell. Don't mean it's still wrong though. They unsubscribed me from Brad there a minute ago. I've been subscribed to him for a long time. Yeah, Brad got notified. Sometimes it's just all of them don't go out. It's like they trickle out or something. Steve got his. I could tell you did, Steve. You were here. Bells on this one. Of course, I go to them a whole lot of times, like Simple Joys. I'm already sitting there with the page open way before Grant even goes live. Waiting patiently. So I can get my 2 trivia questions right. Country girl, good morning. Make sure y'all mash thumbs up for it. Thank you, Tara. Appreciate it. Well, I eat all the pie, y'all. And I'm still hungry. I can't get one of Scooby's cookies. B-Lady hurt me. She might be out there right now, too. B-Lady, I didn't eat none of Scooby's cookies. Did you happen to notice Colette put a small cooking video up today, Rick? No, I didn't. Of course, I was asleep probably when that notification came through. Kangaroo burgers. Yes, I did. I saw that. Yeah, I did. I'm looking at it right now. I remember when that came out. It's 10 hours ago. Whew. In the YouTube world, that was like eternity. Sure did. I think I was talking about it to somebody. Kangaroo burgers. Do they taste like beef? Good morning, Alana. Pappy. I got the heater running. It got cold. Of course, all I got on was a t-shirt. Getting better. That's good, Alana. Good morning. In and out on the furnace is quit. Oh no, Gene. Morning, Gene. That ain't good. You ain't kidding, country girl. It's a bad time for that to happen, especially in Maine. That's a good question, Sandra. I was just sitting here thinking that. Okay. Let's check it out, Gene. Oh my God. Pretty good sized pothole there, Gene. In fact, it's really good size. Hello, Owen. Good morning, my friend from Brooklyn. I thought I was big enough you could fit a truck in it. At least a car. Great. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You played a game called Dodge the Potholes, Tara. I hope you dodged one. If you was one that big, I hope you dodged it. SUV. Yeah, not a truck, SUV. Gotta love lobsters a lot to want to live in Maine. I love lobsters. Yeah. All right, be right back. We'll leave this pothole up there for a second.
Hey.
Yeah.
Is somebody here?
Well, that was my neighbor. He's a farmer. Can't quite get him to understand what's going on. Oh, completely. That was a big pothole, Sandy. No chickens in the house. No, they're outside though. He had a big old black lab. My neighbor, he lives about 1.5 miles, 2 miles from me. A big old tobacco farm. No chickens in the house. So she won't let the chicken in. The rooster comes to the door every morning, goes, pecks on it. Like, hey, feed me. He says. Howdy do, says Sandy. Good morning, Howie. I missed you. Neighbor come by on the porch talking. Slow North Carolina neighbors. I don't know how to explain it. You have to be here. It's kind of like the Andy Griffith Show. It's slow. Rick got the furnace going again. Amazed what a BFH will do. Cool. Good morning, Howie. Got 2 cases of domestic terrorism in the living room, kitchen, and Harley. I hear you, Iron Dog. Good morning, dog. What? What you doing? Some trading with the guy? I could. What you talking about? I could do that. No problem. Good morning. Just re-woke up. Christy got up, then went back to sleep. I tried that. Didn't work. Good morning, Michelle. I like your avatar, Michelle. That's pretty cool. Tara's been up since 6. I'm ready to go back to bed, but have to work today. You still painting? Oh my goodness. Good morning, Jerry. Are you on to another project? Had to fix the dryer yesterday. New thermostat fuse and heating element. Wow, the last one I took out of mine, it was hard to get in and out. I mean, a pain. It says, I buy, barter, trade, resell, and just give the less fortunate when it comes to folks in the village. That's pretty cool. It's nice of it. Nope. Cleaning painting is done. We have to move it on. Ready. We'll be on the next project this afternoon. Probably glad of that. If you like me, I hate painting. Our washer computer board goes crazy. I got rid of mine. I had one of the new Samsungs, ding, 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 all that crap, fancy, smancy ones. That drove me insane. Finally, it quit. It's gonna cost me $500 some bucks to get it fixed. I just bought another one. I bought one for less than $500, but I didn't get that Samsung $1,200 baby though. What would you need to trade for? One of the magic green juices at Food Force Perkins. In case poop was to hit the fan, Simple Joeys, we believe in preparing for the future. And you can use stuff to barter, like wine, silver, all kinds of stuff. Don't know that that's what Food Highway meant, but that's what I'm talking about. I like painting just way too much sometimes. I don't like it. I think it's terrible. I hate painting. Have you ever noticed that all the painters are drunks, too? That's wild. Half a kangaroo. Yeah, that would work. I had to set the water heater out and decided to see if it was heating correctly. I guess it wasn't full of water and it burned the top element. That'll do it. Whenever our water goes out, it drains back down the hill. I turn it off. So far, I've never forgot it. In 30 years. Only been up here since 80-something. Was in the front. I don't know if they make good wash machines anymore. They don't seem to last like they used to. Them fancy smancy Samsungs with the ding-a-ling bells and the computers in them that'll do tricks. They recall them things, one right after another. Shop wanted $75 just to look at it. I guess they can troubleshoot and found any parts for less than $50. Sounds like you got that thing whooped, Gene. No, they don't have agitators. Of course, I never thought of that. Painters are drunks. That's right, Alana. All of them. You ever seen one? He's going to get there about 8:30, 9 o'clock because he's hung over. Take him till 11 to get to painting. Never figured that one out. Why is painters drunks? I don't know. I don't know the question to that answer or the answer to the question. Either one of them. Coffee's kicking in, I'll tell you that. Old school stackable washer and dryer. There's two white ones. I know exactly the ones you're talking about. I had those two. And they work good. And they're compact. They fit right up in that place. I love those. Wish I'd have kept them. The fancy washing machines are worst ones I ever had. My first washer lasted 20 years. That's right, Christy. That's exactly what I've been saying. That junk. And then they cost like $1,000 a piece. B&J and honey, I popped over some support. Good luck getting 700. You're nearly there. Yeah, he was at 6 something, 687, 677, something like that. He gained one more of me because YouTube unsubscribed me from it. Bought me a rub board and a hand wringer. I got one of them, but we ain't using it unless things gets tough. I mean, really tough. And one of those front loading washers, it was junk. Got rid of it and started using a top loading washer. That's what we went back to, Sandra. That's exactly what we went back to. I think we're going to switch to commodes. I can see it coming. That's 2,000 now, Tara. They're expensive. Yeah, same here. And GA lasts us 3. GE. Oh, we'll go back to my game. It's just too much stress. It's not any stress at all, but it sounds good if you say it's too much stress. Washing machines. Stressful washing machines. The new ones suck. Yeah, they sure do. Rick will have Scooby out there scrubbing clothes like he did in the cartoon. I don't know. Last year I fixed the stove, computer board went out. I have a couple of degrees in electronics, and I can troubleshoot stuff and replace circuit boards. I can't go that far. I put a belt on, put a heater and an element in. I wouldn't want to go as far as a bearing. I want to smoke, but I guess I'll go to this thing. Rick, you see my new troll video? So funny. I will. I still got your page open. Gotta find plans to make the wooden outdoor. That's got to be a typo. Go ahead and type the next word, which you really meant. CT. I know you ain't gonna make no wooden CDs. CD for the commode deal that we're talking about. Switch to, I bet you. Okay, I gotta wait on this. Okay, we're gonna play a game. It's called Guess That Tune. Oh, we're gonna guess a tune. We're gonna have to have something to make a tune with, huh? I'm donating to the groomer, Susan. Oh my goodness. Can anybody tell me what this song is? Oh boy, I blew it there. Nice, Rick, singing too. Nope, not Sweet Home Alabama. Anyone else? Hey, brother. Hey, Orson. Good morning. You're right. Give me 3 steps. Oh my gosh, I can't. That stopped up for 3 days. Can't get rid of it. 3 steps toward the door. That's right. What is that? Where is it? Oh, Lord, the lag is awful. It's terrible lag. Okay. Next song. Guitar needs tuning. Not too bad. It's not too bad. Ooh, I didn't do that either, Susan. Thank you. I noticed a minute ago I didn't see somebody was answering something, and I looked back up. I couldn't see what it was. Gimme, gimme, gimme. This one probably be easy. Yada, yada, yada. Y'all got it. Now, you're probably telling yourself right now, Rick, you a one-trick pony. Is that all you know is Leonard Skinner? This is a little more difficult, especially for me. This song, I'm going to give you a hint ahead of time. It's from the 1990s. It is not. You answered 5 minutes ago. That's the way I feel at your house, Grant. That's why I'm waiting. I'm waiting. From the 1990s, and it's usually sang by a female. In fact, it's only been sang by a female. And I've been practicing it, my fingers hurt like crazy. Okay. I'm gonna blow it right here. I haven't been practicing this one enough, but if you've ever heard that song, the first part of it, you get it. Name of the band starts with a C. Girl's name that sings it is Dolores. Anybody can name that song. Starts out like that. Not that. I'm blowing right there. Nobody knows. I hate to try to sing it because I'm going to screw this completely. I can't miss this one chord right here. You got me stumped, Rick. I don't know either. Okay. This song has been used in a bunch of movies. If I can get it right, you'll know exactly what it is. It's Linger by the Cranberries. I'll just tell you. You ever heard Linger by the Cranberries? What do you come and say? Give me everyone's earplugs. Wow, good morning. Well, thank you. Appreciate that a lot. It lingers all right. Oh, no. Zombie. I completely blew it. Never heard of the Cranberries. Oh, my goodness. Morning, Tammy. Okay. I guess I need to go back to everybody knows, huh? Ain't working. Green juice, maybe one of those. Have Rick. You have many talents. Lovely piece. And thank you, Howie. I know the song, Rick. It's Linger by the Cranberries. Cranberries, question? I like the Cranberries, says Tammy. What's hit and miss right there? Every other person. Yeah. Never heard of it. Yeah. Never. Oh, bye, Howie. Why does that keep doing that? I keep clicking on top chat. It keeps. Have a good day, Howie. Appreciate you coming. Did you die recently? Mm-hmm. Good morning, Kathy. Okay, we'll try this one. Must be telling our ages. I'm 54 years old. It was kind of after my time, too. No, I was still timing it in the 90s. Yeah. Their most famous song was Zombie by the Cranberries. That's right. Linger has been in every movie you can think of. They've used that song. Oh my goodness, grandchildren are here. I ain't practiced it enough to play it. My fingers is killing me. However, this is a chord progression for another song. This one is Southern Rock. Good morning, Kathy. I'm 53. I blew that one too. I can't get comfortable with stupid arms. Get away in this chair. I need a stool. I'm gonna get one too. House of the Rising Sun. I have played that. I need to look it up again. I can't pull it up. I tried the other day. I couldn't pull it up. I need to go to a YouTube video. Oh, Lord. Give me some bars, Rick. Can't do that either. For some reason. You play guitar, Scott. Yes, you do. Oh, that's it for me. My fingers are killing me. I practiced this thing about 2 hours in the middle of the night last night. My wife said, "What are you doing?" I said, "What do you mean, what am I doing? Playing guitar. Get you here." She said, "I'm trying to sleep." I'll go outside. So I went outside, worried the neighbors for 4 miles. Lord. Lola, Lola. Loosen up. It ain't that easy. I wish it was. That's what she said, Galana. That's what she said. Boy, it is a lag, a big one. I can usually train my brain to it. It's getting harder now. The further apart it gets. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh, goodness. Going to go. Have a great day, everyone. Bye, Owen. I need to practice more songs. Rick, you have to play for the chickens. I played for them out there, and they didn't hang around. They must not have liked it. In fact, I'm pretty sure they didn't. No, they are all right. Chickens is all right. They scared of the guitar, though. A guitar, or guitar, or whatever you want to call it. It's one of those things with strings on. Well, I'm not dumb, but I can understand why she walked like a woman, but talked like a man. I had to put that to you. He was indeed dumb. Walk like a woman and talk like a man. Keep Susan on the prayer list today. She's obviously not feeling too good. Rick, play Jailhouse Rock to slide your fingers over the strings. It sounds like a hacksaw. Good morning. Did I miss Scooby? He's outside, Sleestack. If I could get him in here, he'd probably eat a cookie. In fact, I need to do that. Grizz, put the cat down. How do you know he got a cat? Oh, it's Grizz. Of course he's got a cat. Sure of it. Just pick it up once every day till the day you're dead. The guitar, right? I'm talking about the guitar. My fingers are killing me. I used to play it pretty good, but I hadn't picked it up in 2 years. Let me see if I can get Scooby in here, Sleestack. It just don't seem right without Scooby. Nope, no Scooby. He's gone. He's not even outside. He's probably at the neighbor's house stealing Scooby snacks. He's an expert at that. That could come quick, Scott King, if his wife has a say on it. Just pick it up once every day till you're dead. What Grant said. Yes, the guitar. Oh, Grizz, let's go for a ride. Where y'all going, Lana? Scooby's a mooch. He is, Steve. He goes to 4 houses every day. Then comes here and act like he ain't eating nothing. And lives here. Can't believe it, Scooby. He's a trip, that dog is. Snow's pretty much gone. How much snow did you get, Grizz? We had a dog named Sooner once. We named him that because sooner or later he would be at the house looking for something to eat. Yeah. Oh, the one before this, I named him Whistle before Scooby. He lived 17 and a half years. And Whistle, every name that I'd give that dog, Sandra, I could call him. He wouldn't come to it. I'd just go, come here. He'd come. So I finally just named him Whistle. The only thing he'd come to was a whistle. He eventually learned that Whistle was his name. Named the road after him. Home is the last stop for cobbler dessert. Yep, that's right. Living and learning. Slapping at Sandra Sooner dog. 60 in the big Ohio today. Let's see what it is here, Scott. We'll find out. $77. No, wait a minute. 66 today. How much snow did we get? It's just like blank with my wife. 1 inch, 4 times, we got 8 inches. Oh, I do that with mine. Oops, 2 inches, 4 times. Math wasn't working out. I hear you. Well, folks, my grandkids is in there. So I guess I probably better check them out. Hey, Chuck. Send new measuring tape to Grizz. Yeah, I know it. What's going on, Chuck? You want an invite? Come talk to me? Not, I'm going to shut this bad boy down. Oh, you go play with some grandkids. All right. It's coming at you, Chuck. Send your messages, buddy. I'm heading to the wee hours Saturday morning, so I'm gonna get some sleep. Bye, Grant. Thank you for coming by, man. Appreciate it. Save us some of them kangaroo burgers. Oh, Lord. I hadn't seen her this morning, see? I was thinking the same thing myself a little while ago. There will be a video soon as the weather clears, and I'll check out the Rue burgers. They were yum. I bet they were. I like deer burgers too. Hamburgers, cow, whatever. Love it all.
Good morning.
Morning, Chuck. How you doing?
Good. How you guys doing?
I'm pretty good. I talked to Bernard the other day.
You did?
Sure did.
Man, how did that go?
Did pretty good. He said this year would be the first time in 30 years that he hadn't raised a garden.
Oh, man.
I guess he wasn't able to do it this year.
Man, I would hope that somebody, maybe a kid or a grandkid of his, would go over there and help him get something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
That poor guy. That's one of the best guys going right there.
Right.
Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. Yeah, that'll work. I got 3 screens here now. I can actually look at the chat and see you live too.
Yeah, I keep the chat right in the middle of the screen right here. Narrow it up, stretch it out where I can see it.
That's a good idea.
And I can see it like you and me in the corner right there, you know.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It looks like I'm looking at the camera close to it, you know.
Yeah, my camera's kind of offset here on me. I got to remember to look that way. I'm still a rookie.
Oh, no. I wish you'd do one in your greenhouse. That'd be cool to do a live in your greenhouse.
I got to figure that out. I got to be able to do it with my phone somehow because my internet doesn't really reach out there very well.
Right.
So I got country internet. You know how that is. It's not like cable internet. I'm on a satellite. Hey, Dirty Dog, Scott. Yeah, I've been out there putting up one of those new greenhouses, and it's got so much mud and junk out there. I'm knee deep in it, and Noah floated by the other day, so I thought I better stop for a while.
Right. That's wet, ain't it?
Man, it's coming. It's still coming down here.
Morning, Jasmine.
Hey, Atlanta. Yeah, I just put up about 40 more bare root strawberries in my system.
Right.
Man, Rick, if you want to grow some strawberries, that lettuce system that I'm growing in, I've got strawberries. I guarantee it. They're that big.
Wow.
TriStars, big strawberries.
I may try that. I'd love to do that.
I think I'll grow them.
You use the same nutrients, like you just dilute it different for the tomatoes. Is it the same thing or something different?
I actually do. I run it depending on the time of the year. I run it about. See, a lot of you. I know most of the folks on this call are going to be used parts per million, but I use EC, electrical content. The EC on my meters, I run it about 2.8, and I guess it's about I don't know, 1,200 ppm.
Right.
But the lettuce takes a lot more nitrogen, but the strawberries they do fine in it. They're loving it.
Kathy says, "Wow, Chuck needs some of those strawberries, big fat berries."
Yeah, they're pretty. They're not quite ripe yet, but they're just about there. But they're huge. I've never grown strawberries that big. Wow. It's the kind that you find when you go into Costco or whatever, those great big strawberries. But those strawberries, when you buy them in the store, don't have any taste to it.
I know it. That's the only thing about the stuff in the stores. It's pretty, but no taste at all.
Yeah. I just did a video on, got tagged by Randy. I don't know if you guys know Randy from CB's Greenhouse and Garden.
Oh, yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah, he tagged me, and I just tagged a bunch of folks the other day. I was going to tag you too, Ricky, but I only had 5 tags, and I'd already promised somebody I'd give them a shout out, so that's how I gave them a shout out. So anyway, they the questions were why you garden and all that stuff, and one of those questions was why I garden is because you can't get the taste.
Yeah.
Unless you grow it, you can't get that good taste.
It's obvious with tomatoes, but some of the other stuff, it's not quite as obvious. It's just a strong taste, you know.
Yeah. Well, if you ever eat this lettuce that I'm growing, I mean, the lettuce has such a pure flavor to it. And I'm growing something called arugula. I don't know if you guys grow arugula or you've ever had it.
Oh yeah.
Man, I didn't even know what arugula was until I went to Canada, and those folks up there were growing it, and I tasted it. I love it. That stuff is so good. It's amazing in a salad. It's one of the best things I sell up here at FedEx too. They love it up here.
Yeah, like a tomato, you get one in the store, it has no taste, and one grown in your garden tastes that good homegrown taste. But like lettuce and stuff, it just tastes better. You know what I mean?
It does. It's got a real crisp. It's really crisp too. It's got a different texture.
Mm-hmm, sure is.
Stuff sits at no telling how long it actually sits in a refrigerated truck or whatever when you get it from the store.
That's exactly right.
Your tomatoes froze to death. Just me said my tomatoes froze to death. Yeah, lettuce. Actually, I can grow lettuce year round in that greenhouse I got because I got that water wall in there. It keeps it pretty cool.
Jasmine said her tomatoes didn't stand a chance.
I just started a whole bunch of new ones. They're about that tall now. I got them in buckets, getting ready to put them in that second greenhouse.
I can't handle cilantro for some reason. I just can't.
Tastes like soap.
I know it.
Yeah, I don't like. I mean, cilantro is okay, and if you mix it in with like salsa, but
yeah,
I don't like it plain. It tastes like soap.
Sure does.
Chives. Now I'm growing chives. I've never grown that before, but I'm growing that because I had so many folks ask about that at the farmer's market. If any of you guys have good suggestions on what to grow and you watch my channel, please put it in my comments. That's how I find out what I need to grow. What people like. Fry it. Fried cilantro or chives?
I don't know. I lost the conversation there. It filled up with a bunch of different things. I did.
Is my audio still buzzing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
It cleared up for a moment, but then it got back. It was a little worse the second time it kicked back in. Whatever happened.
Let me, maybe I need to disconnect and jump back in. What do you think?
Try it. See. Ooh, horseradish, Scott. Oh my goodness. I can eat that mixed in with some stuff and put it on the hot dog mixed in. What's the stuff like crap slaw and stuff like that?
Are we better?
Yeah, it's a lot better.
Good. Sorry about that, everybody. This is my work network, so I'm not no telling what they may be trying to say what I'm doing here. They shouldn't care. They get plenty of out of me. Yeah. Okay. So you can fry cilantro, apparently.
Apparently you can. She said she dropped it in some grease one time and it was good.
I'll try. I'll do anything once.
Yeah, me too. I'll try it. If you fry it, I could probably eat a Pepsi bottle.
Yeah.
Fry it in grease.
I got married to a crazy woman once, so that I'll do anything once.
You love it by the heap and spoonful, Scott? I'll try it if you need it. I'll try it. I tasted it one time, but it was raw, and I was like, Chuck, it tastes like soap mixed with, I don't know, sand.
But
yeah. I decided I didn't need this. But yeah, I was talking to Bernard, and I was talking to Bernard, and he said, I asked him, what was going on? He said, he hadn't grown a garden. This year would be the first year in 30 years since he grew a garden. And I said, well, won't you just come on with me in my live and we'll talk about the stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And I hadn't heard back from him yet, but it sometimes takes a little while for the correspondence anyway.
Yeah, he jumped in on my messages, my private messages, and texted me a couple times, and then I haven't seen him since. Right after I told him to check with you and you could help him with because he wanted to do a live chat.
Right.
I hadn't heard from him since. I'm glad he reached out to you, though. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
He says he gets on here and lurks. He may be on here now.
Probably is. It's almost 20 people.
Yep.
Grease. Yep, Rick. That'll fix anything, Jasmine. Grease will.
Yeah, let me some grease, too.
It sure will.
I can't eat horseradish. I grow it. I've got a pretty good stand of that stuff up by the house, but my kids put it in Japanese food.
Right.
John.
He'll be on here another 10 minutes.
Yep. I sent Bobby Smith another message the other day. I haven't heard from him. I texted him.
I haven't heard nothing out of him in a year. At least
he's been running the roads. Last time I heard, he was up with he and Susan were traveling.
Yeah, I know he did a few videos on them traveling all over the place, but I mean, he's still got the mobile home park though, right?
Yeah. I'm sure he's got somebody helping him with that. If he's doing all that traveling, he's going to have somebody help manage that. I know he's got that little kid with a disability or whatever, some sort, with his first marriage.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
She was
Special needs. Yeah.
I had one.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Just me has a question. Okay. Let me see.
Check this out. Cope and Long sent me a picture here of some stuff she's got started. Check it out. Growing.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty good little pot garden there, ain't it?
Man, it is.
That sounds funny to say pot garden.
It does. It does. But I think you got some people on here that are pretty savvy. They figure that.
Yeah.
You're not talking about the other one.
No. That's lettuce in the back, ain't it?
Looks like it. Looks like he's got some lettuce and spinach, maybe.
Spinach, yeah.
Cabbage.
I think this is like potatoes right there. And
yeah, it is. I think that is potatoes.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Thank you, Kathy, for sharing that with us. Appreciate it.
Just me wants to know if you grow organics. I do. Not. I won't be growing organics in the big greenhouse I have now, but it used to be nothing but organics. When I was aquaponic and had the fish, I still have the fish. Daniel hadn't come and got them yet. He has come to get them though. But that's Daniel from Go for Green Living. I don't know if he's on here today or not, but he has come to get them sometime here pretty soon. But when I used aquaponics to feed my plants, that was completely organic. You could not introduce anything into that system that wasn't organic, or you kill the fish. Questions in all caps, please. That's a good idea, Susan. If you guys have never seen aquaponics, it's really interesting. It's not easy, but it's really interesting. Daniel from Go for Green Living is the guy that got me started on it, probably about a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Right.
He's really good at it. Daniel's good at explaining things too. Yeah. That guy's he's a good teacher.
Yeah, I miss old Bobby though. Daggone if he couldn't be so detailed in his videos. It was incredible. You know what?
Yeah, that's why Joker's. I mean, he hadn't been on and making videos, and he's up to 100,000 subs now.
I know it. I mean, some of that stuff where he built his own greenhouse and put that heating system in with a wood-fired heating system too. I mean, you don't see that every day, do you?
No, I did it. I did it. It didn't work for me.
Yeah, I remember when yours smoked up, killed your plants that time.
Yeah. Yeah, I did it. Once you get it fixed and worked out to where you don't have any leaks and everything, it's okay. But man, I always smelled like a struck match. Every time I'd go in my greenhouse, I'd come back out smelling like I'd been right in the middle of a fire. My plants smelled like it. I couldn't get it right. But then also you have to go in every 3 hours. It's like raising a new baby. You got to go in every 3 hours and stoke that fire and make sure it's going.
Right.
Propane's expensive, but at least you don't have to do that.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm running with propane now. If they ever get natural gas out this way, it'll be a little cheaper for me.
I miss Bobby. I really do. What was Susan's name of her channel?
I'm Still Working.
I'm Still Working. I liked her channel too. She had a great.
Yeah. That girl could. I told her one time, if you sit still long enough in her house, she can you.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
She put you in a can. That girl could can up a storm.
And cook anything.
Oh man, yeah. They made a good team because he could grow it, she could cook it.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably too fat to get out in the garden now. Bye, John John. My pot garden was, what was it? Oh, you get all your starts done, Rick?
No, I didn't get them done, but I just talked to the boy a minute ago. He said there was plenty of open space over there, so I'll probably do it tomorrow, the next day one. Not Sunday, but tomorrow.
Yeah. Man, I had a whole bunch of, I grow in these Oasis cubes instead of rock wool.
Right.
And I had a whole bunch of them that I put some old seed in, didn't work. So I had all these extra flats and stuff. So I threw a whole bunch of tomato seeds in them just to see if they work. Man, I might have tomatoes coming out my ears.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Every single one of those things sprouted. Now, after that sprouted, I noticed that some of those seeds that were down in those Oasis cubes that were in there before I put the tomato seeds in there are starting to come out with the tomatoes too. So there's no telling what I'm going to end up with. I had some basil and tomato coming up together. So I probably have some pesto just in one rock cube.
Right.
Or one Oasis cube. That Oasis is really good medium. You can throw the whole cube and everything in your compost when you're done with it. It's made with potato starch. They're not cheap, but they're good to grow in. It just seems like if you got a good seed, it's gonna grow really well in them.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Bye, Jasmine. Thank you so much for coming by. Good to see you.
Did I hear you say you were gonna go play with grandkids today, Rick?
They're here.
Oh, they are?
They're here in the other room. Sure are.
Maybe they can help you plant some seeds. Mine love doing that.
Yeah.
How old are they?
11, 8, and 7, I think.
Oh, nice.
I need to go check my seeds too. I got some in the freezer. I got to pull out and see if I need to get any more. I think I got enough tomato seeds. It's still a little early for me for the tomatoes to be putting them in. If I let them grow now till time to put them in the ground, they get too tall,
Tell my UPS to get a new headset. Is it still messing up?
It started doing it a little bit, not quite as bad as the first time, but it's doing it a little bit. I just didn't say anything. We could hear you.
Maybe I'll take the end of it off. Is that any better?
Yeah, but it was breaking up like a signal charge or something.
Yeah, it's probably my network.
Right.
Yeah, I get my grandkids out there in the greenhouse with me, and they like to work.
Bye, Brad. Have a good day.
Okay, that thing's just gonna stay off. Where's Brad at?
I can't remember exactly.
See, does he do videos?
Yeah, sure does.
I'm gonna go out and make sure I've subbed him. So that's B&J.
Yep, it's B&J hunting. Brad. Bye, Susan.
Yeah, there's something going on with my network. It's taking a long time.
Yeah, get some rest. She's been sick. She's pretty bad. Check.
All right.
Good morning, Kimberly.
Sweet dreams, Susan. I guess Susan's a morning or night person.
No, she's got a condition called sarcoidosis, where your lungs fill up with these tumor-like things, and so getting pretty bad.
Oh no,
So she's pretty sick.
that's too bad.
Good morning. I think it's the first time in this stream. Welcome, Kimberly. Very good to see you this morning. Thank you for coming.
Kimberly.
Kimberly, yeah.
I love that.
It means Kimberly was taken.
I'm gonna sub her too.
Mm-hmm.
I was Brad's 700th sub, and I'm Kimberly's 472nd sub. Oh my gosh. She's got a tarantula.
Right.
That is too cool. It means I love beer. I figured that.
Yeah, we got that.
I like me a Corona or a Modelo.
I could drink one in Coronas. They're pretty good. I don't drink much anymore, but Natural Light's pretty good too. Kind of like water, though.
Yeah, I don't drink a whole lot when I'm out there working my tail off and sweating. I end up dehydrating. Brian, hello, peeps. Hey, Brian. How's your tarantula, Kimberly? I don't think them things will live for a long time.
Good morning, RS.
See if that helps. I just closed a whole bunch of things I had running. I was running some scripts in the background on my laptop. Maybe that'll make my video and audio better. About every 10 years, I drink a beer.
It's got it spaced out pretty good, don't you?
I'm thinking. Females can live 15 to 20 years. I knew those things can last a long time.
Yeah, they get huge too.
Don't they eat their do they eat their mates like black widows, or kill them? I mean, humans, females kill their mates too. They just do it slowly. Did I say that out loud, Rick? I did, didn't I?
Sort of.
Some do eat their meats. Wow.
Tarantula, Brian.
We had lizards. I used to raise Chinese water dragons and bearded dragons and iguanas. And my son put a tarantula. He got a tarantula from a friend in the same the what do you call them? Vivarium is what we called them. Anyway, with the Chinese water dragon, and that thing would attack that water dragon like it was trying to eat the water dragon, and the water dragon was 10 times the size of that iguana or that tarantula. But that tarantula would jump on it. It was nuts. We had to get it out of there. We put it in with the bearded dragon, and he was fine because I guess the bearded dragon looked like a rock.
Right.
It just kind of blended in with the environment there, but he didn't get aggressive towards it, but it didn't like that water dragon. I raised those things, and I love to feed them things, those tomato hornworms. Every time I get one of them, I would take great pleasure in putting the tomato hornworm in with one of those lizards.
I remember the video you did one time. You had 7 or 8 of them.
Oh yeah.
Fed them a whole pile of them.
Yep. And they'd sit real still, but if one of them moved, that water dragon had it. That's all it had to do was see movement. She died giving birth to an egg. An egg impacted her apparently, and it killed her. That's strange behavior for a tarantula. Yeah. We ended up having to give that thing away. My neighbor wanted it, and when they got it shortly after that, they moved. So I don't know if that thing's still alive or not. That tarantula we had. Steve wants to know where you're at, Kim. Good morning, TJ. Rick, did you quit smoking?
No, I just haven't been out nowhere to do it. Morning, TJ. Well, I guess we'll get over here and go check out these grandkids.
All right, buddy. Glad to visit with everybody.
Appreciate you coming on and talking with me. I really do.
Hey, no problem. Just anytime, man. If I got the time, I'd be glad to jump in here.
All right.
I like visiting with you. Maybe one of these days I'll get on here and Bernard will actually say something.
Yeah, I'd like to him too. I'd like to see him. Like I said, he come through one time and he typed the word something. So he did say something. Yeah.
He's a hoot.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Well, goodbye, everybody. Y'all have a great weekend. Go play in some dirt. Later, Steve.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, folks, I say it every day. I'm going to say it again. You are the greatest community on YouTube. Everybody's always pulls together. It's amazing what you do. Thank everybody so much for coming. I appreciate it a lot. I hope you have a great day. Until we meet again, have a good day. Bye, everybody.